How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan from Nathan's MRE, and today we have a very special ration. Today's ration is a RCW, so a ration cold weather. This is one part. This is part A, and most of these are banded together. There's a part A and a part B. Okay, so most of you guys know that ration cold weather is pre-meal cold weather. So these are produced from 1989 to 1998. So I think it was 2001, 2002, the meal cold weather started, which is what you see right now, which is also the same as a long-range patrol. So these are used by the U.S. military. These are used in cold weather situations. They did take a lot of water to rehydrate because all the part B's are all freeze-dried mains. There's 6 menus of the breakfast portion, which is what this is. There's 6 menus of the dinner portion. The dinner portion menus were chicken stew, beef stew, chili con carne, chicken a la king, chicken and rice, and spaghetti with meat sauce. And the breakfast versions of those, which this is 6A. So 6A, as you can see, is the oatmeal instant. And on here it lists oatmeal maple brown sugar as menu A6 or 6A. And the menu 5 was oatmeal strawberry and cream. Menu 4 was oatmeal apple cinnamon. Menu 3 was oatmeal apple cinnamon. Menu 2 was oatmeal apple cinnamon. And then menu 1 was oatmeal strawberry and cream. Alright, so what year is this? We really don't know. It doesn't say anywhere on the package. I think this is probably a mid to late 90s. We'll know as soon as you open it up. It has a peelable seal. Let's just see if it'll peel or not. Usually they're pretty difficult. Well, my little Bambi fingers aren't strong enough for that. Cut it right open. As always, you're interested in the cleaver knife, links in the description. It's about $20. So everything in here, like you see, is going to be in white bags. That is everything in it. I'll give you a fair warning. If you're going to buy one of these, they are insanely expensive. You can expect to pay up to $200 for one of these meals. Luckily, we got a good deal on this on eBay. I didn't have to pay near that. It worked out really good. So, we have a date code of 8153, which I think is going to be 1998 on this one. Then we have our nut raisin mix cold weather. That's quite a lot of it. We have our soup. That's all it says too on the whole entire package. It says nothing else. And it just says soup instant on the main package. Very odd. We have cocoa beverage powder, type 1 fortified. We have some blueberry bars, which I remember right, these are like a fig bar, I think. We'll find out. 8139, the date code on that. We have another cocoa beverage powder. So we have 2 of those. We have our standard issue MRE spoon. We have our accessory packet. We'll open it up here in a second. We have beverage base powder apple cider, and that's a pretty large packet of that. It should be interesting. We have instant oatmeal maple brown sugar, 8 ounces. And it says add third canteen cup of hot water. Sealed with closure device. Okay. Wait for 1 minute. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and knock out the accessory pack, see what's in it. And this is from the same guy that I bought the last 2 rashes from that were mint condition. So I'm really hoping that's going to be the same way with these. The Tootsie Roll, the wrappers look good. And they feel pretty soft still. I have 2 Tootsie Rolls. We have our closure devices, clearly. We have 2 packages of TP, standard issue green matches. We have our non-dairy cream substitute. It feels perfect. Domino sugar feels perfect. We have an old school bag of Taster's Choice, and it feels like it's all loose in there. It's not clumped up. We'll have to inspect that very carefully for mold. We have a packet of standard issue gum. Okay, so we got some hot water ready. First of all, my curiosity is just running rampant on this. We're gonna try Taster's Choice. You guys know I do these. We'll open them up, we'll dump them in our hand and see, and it's moldy. I could already see it. Look at that. It's like a stick of gum in there. I'll crank her open a little bit better for you. There you go. Let's go ahead and just pick her up and just eat it like a piece of gum, right? Well, unfortunately, probably won't work out too good for you if you did that. So we won't. Anyhow, so let me see here. We got cocoa beverage base powder. I'll shake that down. It's got tear notches. We'll go ahead and slice it so it's less messy. Well, wasn't really less messy now, was it? Dump that out. There we are. Blast some, well, we'll clean this up before we blast some water in there. Alright, so moving right along. I'll blast some water in this. Give her a little stir. And it smells just like, you know, the green pack 80s and 90s cocoa beverage base powder. Set that off to the side. Done with that bad boy. Wipe the spoon off. Okay. So let's keep going down the line here. Let's set these off to the side. We don't need those on the tray. Man, hard to pick up. So our nut and raisin cold weather mix. There's a huge amount, no way it's all going to fit on the tray. But it looks a little bit old. Well, I mean, it is old. So we got some, our raisins are kind of dried up looking. They don't taste bad though. Walnut. Some peanuts in there. I'm not really sure what that is. No. Doesn't taste stale or anything. Tastes actually pretty good. Crackers out here, a little bit of a hiss coming out of those. Let's see if we can fish them right out. They're a little bit broken up. Well, they're a lot bit broken up. Probably the post office didn't do that any favors by any stretch. Still edible though. There we go, that's enough for presentation purposes. They look nice. Tastes absolutely perfect. Not bleachy at all. Tastes very toasted, very nice. Alright. So I think I'm going to go and mix the apple cider in here so we can see it. Half 10 ounces of water. Got all the dust coming off of that. So I mean, everything looks fine in it. It does smell a little bit old, but you know, I don't know what normal is on that. I know what those little packages are supposed to be like, but these I don't know. Hopefully they don't shatter the glass. We'll see. Shouldn't. at that. Looks awesome. It's like dirty water on camera, but that little stir, wipe our spoon off, set that to the back, kind of let it do its thing. We'll stir that again before we actually drink it. So we have our blueberry bars. And it is kind of a Fig Newton situation going on here. Look at that. And they smell good. They smell really good. I mean, the Taster's Choice didn't make it in this ration, but I think it's cute enough to be a very nicely preserved ration anyway. So next up's the maple brown sugar oatmeal, and it says add 8 ounces, a third canteen cup of hot water, seal with closure. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to seal it with a closure, and then I think we'll dump it out in the bowl here at the end so you actually see. The knife is just wicked sharp, right? Okay, so this is a little bit different. It actually has an inner bag. I almost cut the bag, but we didn't cut it. Look at that. It's like a wax paper bag. Might be plastic, actually. Let's get it open here. All right, 8 ounces. The question is, how much is 8 ounces? Because this kettle is not marked. One thing's for sure, that is very hot, so let's do that. I'll do a little add and mix till we get it right. And the oats are very fine in this. Alright, do a little bit of that. Put a little clip on her. And then maybe we'll just kind of set it back here in our bowl so we don't burn the table. Oh no, the clip's not very strong. Not very strong at all. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, that's fine. No problem. Okay, so that's done. Now our soup is gonna be next up. That doesn't say anything on the package anywhere how much to add. We're gonna go and do that in a measuring cup, and we'll kind of add to it as we need. That way, if we need to add more to it. If it's too salty, we could definitely do that. We'll have instructions on here then. So just like a little pack of soup, I think that's all that's in there. Just a little lifted chicken noodle soup. So let's see what it says here on how much. 6 ounces. Let's take a look at it real quick. All right. It smells a little bit funky, but I think it's still perfectly fine. All right, where's our, we'll try to hear just right here. We'll get around the 6 ounce mark. I would say right about there. That is not very much. Not very much soup at all. Okay, so our oatmeal, I think for the most part is done. It only says 1 minute. It's been just a few minutes. Let's dump her out all in the bowl. I see there's a little corner I can't get to, so we'll put it all in the bowl and mix it up. And it really is, I mean, it's a fair amount of oatmeal. Give her a little squish maybe, like a tube of toothpaste. Probably good enough for the time being. And you can see, it definitely needs to be stirred. You can see the swirls of darker, I guess, maple flavor, or brown sugar maple flavoring in it. And like I said, the oats are really fine, so you gotta like that. Like where the European rations, the oats are whole and a little bit different. This stuff, it looks like a Quaker Oats. What do you get now is a microwave pack, something you can make in 1 minute or less. Let's go ahead and take a taste. Tastes very good, very fresh, even though we know it's not. Very nice flavor to it. Very full maple and brown sugar both flavor to it. Man, it's nice and cold today in Missouri, and it's about 20 degrees with a strong wind. Some nice oatmeal is definitely a nice touch. That's very good. I can't stop eating it, man. Absolutely perfect. So I guess in theory, this would be your breakfast, and the rest of the stuff would be snacks, right? Until you get to your package B of food. And let's wait just a second on that. We'll come back to that because I just put that in there. Let's hit this apple cider. I'm very curious to see. Oh, it smells awesome. It smells very awesome. I just spilled it too. That's nice. No problem. Let's go and take a sip of it. Still very hot. Oh man. I don't know. A lot of people don't like spiced apple cider hot. Maybe I grew up with that sort of thing, but you cannot get any better than that. In my personal opinion, and it's going to piss a lot of you off, that is so much tastier than coffee is. But it's not bitter. It's, you know, it's just perfect. But if your taster's not used to having that, it may not taste good to you. That being said, let's keep rolling. So we have some noodles, a couple of pieces of, was it carrot or a pepper? A little piece of chicken there floating around. Let's go for that. It's actually a very nice soup. No old taste to it whatsoever. Now, if they just would have put this in the ration and not had it in this bag, the soup would not be any good. In fact, I would venture to say if they put the Taster's Choice in a heavy exterior bag, it would still be good. So, moving on, we don't really have any jam or anything for our crackers. I'm not really sure, other than just to eat them, what you would use them for. Maybe a little bit of this action going, if you're into that kind of thing. Probably the best vintage crackers I ever had. No funny taste at all, no issue at all. How dark the middle of that thing is. Oh, buddy. It smells perfect. Start small first. Just like a very nice toasted fig Newton. It's very dark. Man, what an awesome meal this one is. This has been really good. Perfect. We're gonna go stir up the hot chocolate. Look how thick that is. Man, usually this beverage powder, it gets weird after a while. It gets a weird aftertaste to it, especially when it's hot. You see a lot of reviewers mix them up cold because they don't like the aftertaste when it's hot. That has none of that. That's absolutely freaking perfect. You know, I could not be more happy with that. This seller, I need to get it back a hold of him. He had some other stuff he's getting ready to list. I need to get a hold of him and say, hey man, whatever you got, I'll buy it, period. because he knows how to store the stuff. It must have been in the basement or in a shelter. Look at the quality of that Tootsie Roll. Look at that. Would you look at it? So let's see. It feels like this would be a good way to pull a filling out. Perfect. No funny aftertaste. Tootsie Rolls get weird after a while. That is a mint condition Tootsie Roll. It's a mint condition ration. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. I want to thank you very much for watching. I cannot stress enough to please subscribe to the channel so you get notifications for live streams. And anytime we do anything new, I put a notification out. You will not get that if you're not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Turn the bell on. If you don't have the bell on, you will not get that stuff either. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.